Alrighty, welcome in everybody. We are just about to get started here. Oop. What did I do? I hit the wrong button. Rather, I'm on the wrong page. Yeah, welcome in. I guess we can turn on the music again. Just did a little set of weight lifts and a little out of breath. That's going to cause an echo in the mic. Guess we'll have to turn down the receiver. Still causes an echo. That's no good. Doing some homework, it looks like, huh? You're definitely going to hear some echo on the music, so I'm going to pause that. At least I thought I was. Good old OBS is doing some strange things today. Let's, where are we at here? There we go. Game is captured. Researching or learned about custom digital dashboards for cars. Yeah. Depending on the car you go with. Well, a lot of them these days they don't have analog gauges. Excuse me. A lot of them just have digital gauges these days. It's just basically a small tablet inside your dash. And you can sometimes customize what's shown on them. Personally, I prefer analog gauges, but digital ones are kind of neat, I guess. Yeah, my audio monitor on here is now showing my microphone of all things. It's like I did not put it in there to be monitored. In fact, let me check something here. Yeah, there's no filter on it to allow it to be monitored. This is so strange. Ay, ay, ay. Battle of trying to figure out the audio. 'Tis the streamer's greatest struggle. At least in my experience. I see you got a new hairdo and trimmed your beard. Well, thank you, sir. Appreciate the compliments. Yeah, I did shave. Did that last night. A little ill-advised. I saw the trimmers there, and I was like, this beard's getting a little out of control, so buzzed it up a little. Let's see. The digital ones make them clear and bright to me. See, that's almost a problem for me. When they're too bright, where you live, it may not be such a problem, but where I live, the light inside the car, it pulls your eye's ability to see at a distance. It focuses on the bright lights in front of you. First thing I do when I get in a new car, if I'm driving at night, I turn those lights down as low as they'll go. I've got an old Lexus that you can dim out every light in the cabin, except there's a little dim green headlight lamp just to let you know that your headlights are on. And that's really nice because then your eyes are able to see at a distance. You're able to focus further down the road. Your headlights do a better job. Now, if you're living in a city, it's not really such a big deal. It won't really help you that much. But when you live out in the middle of nowhere like I do, you know, you want to be able to see as far down the road as you can because there's deer down there. And deer here, you run into one of those, they'll take out your car. You'll be walking home. So. But yeah, some of them are really nice though. Let's see. I feel the brightness of the displays can be adjusted. I would hope so. Most phones you can. I do the same thing with them. I turn the brightness down. My eyes are also really sensitive to light. So if you ever see me rubbing my eyes during a stream, it's probably because I've been staring at a screen a little too long. But let's see. Did you know that King Clavius had an elder brother named Eltrio? Well, apparently he gave up his title and everything and left Argonia. I don't know why though. Learn a little bit about our town. Apparently, Prince Charmels is scared of lizards, so he's trying to avoid doing the initiation. What a sorry state of affairs. What with the cowardly prince and the Chancellor's good-for-nothing son, Lorenzo, this country's really going to the dogs. Old lady's harsh. Anything else in here? That was nice. Some little ponds in the church. Let's head back to OBS here. If you happen to start getting an echo on anything, please let me know. I just have to tinker with my microphone settings, I think. I had an idea, but it was really late last night, so I decided not to pursue working on it any further. It was already, I don't know, midnight, 1 o'clock by the time I thought about it. It's like, oh, what if I do this? Okay, let's start at the beginning of the village. Walk around, talk to some people. Actually, what's this village look like? Okay, presumably we gotta go see the king. So we'll check out everything but the king for now. King Clavius is an excellent ruler. Under his leadership, Argonia can't fail to prosper. But it's a bit worrying to think how things will go when it's time for Prince Charmels to take over. Imagine him being in charge of politics. Okay, not much faith in the prince. These people don't seem to have. How you doing today, Dynastic? There's an ancient ritual here in Argonia where the prince has to prove he has what it takes to rule the kingdom after his father. He does that by defeating a rare monster called an Argon lizard and bringing back its jewel as proof of his conquest. If he succeeds, he's recognized as the heir to the throne. It's sort of like a coming-of-age ceremony, I suppose. A little bit of lip balm. Excuse me a moment. And then Twitch is doing its thing again. Today has been fun so far. I gotta fix something here. I'm okay, just waiting patiently for my time to move to Georgia and finally getting back to work. Looking forward to it, dude. Hopefully things go smoothly for you. Okay, I have no idea why that panel is still up. I swear I didn't do anything in my Twitch stream yesterday, and it's being weird now. What a headache. Wait a second, what's this do? No, that's not what I wanted. Twitch be twitching, as you're fond of saying. Edit layout, that's what I need to do. I need to get rid of that one and put in the activity fade. There we go. And then save. Let's try this now. Reload that. There we go. Okay, that's what I need. Okay, so that should be better now. Audio sound okay there, Dynastic? I mean, you won't really know until we talk to somebody. That seems to be what triggers my microphone. It picks up on voices really well. Music, it usually seems to ignore. Sometimes it picks up microphone signals and gets kind of loud. Audios are good. Thank you. Appreciate you. So, you have any family out in Georgia, or it's just time for a change? I mean, you don't have to answer, just kind of curious, known you a little while. Fred finds a turban. Is a turban good armor, or no? I think we probably have some already. Here we go. Helmet of VIII. Nope, that's really not that useful, I don't think. Nope, long way from what we've got. But it could be useful for alchemy, so we'll hang on to it. Okay, so we gotta... The prince has to catch a lizard, but he's afraid of lizards. Sounds like it could be problematic. I have to keep my voice down because I don't want to be overheard. But I'm more than a little bit worried about the future when I think of Prince Charmles ruling the roost. It's hard to believe he's King Clavius' son who looks like that. Clavius is so distinguished and handsome, while Charmles is just, well, charmless, really. If it was just his looks that weren't up to scratch, it wouldn't matter. But it goes a lot deeper than that. It's pretty much part of a business deal arranged for me. The investors reside in Georgia, so I have to work there for the time being. Well, there you go. Sometimes, it's just part of the package, you know? If I could live elsewhere, I probably would, because the weather here is absolutely awful. Most of the time. Some days you get about 3 a year where the weather is absolutely perfect. And wouldn't you know it, those are always the days you have to work late. Every time my husband opens his mouth, he comes out with something bad about Prince Charmles. I can see where he's coming from, but still. Yeah, sounds like your business deal is moving forward. So, I'm glad to hear that, man. Prayers answered. Excuse me. Hello. Let's see. I can hardly believe it. It seems Prince Charmles has been engaged from the minute he was born. His fiancée is the princess of a country on the other side of the ocean called Trodaine. People say she's a real beauty. I'm sure Medea would be thrilled to hear that. Prince Charmles tried to do a runner to Baccarat again, apparently. That's the first thing he does when he's stressed. He always turns to gambling. Sounds like more of a lowlife from Pickham than a prince. Says the guy who's dressed like a pirate. Okay, do we need anything from the item shop? No, we sure don't. I haven't been able to get inside the castle up to now because Prince Charmles was causing such a stir. But I finally got in just now and managed to get hold of my permit for setting up my shop during the bazaar. What is this place here? Or the castle? Or is this like a more than a chapel, like a whole full-on church here? Looks like a leather cape. That one's new. Good for Angela. Well, I'll take it. Did you know about the wasteland across the sea to the northwest of here? Nobody lives there. People say the shrine in the middle of it is filled with the darkest powers in the world. It's a place everyone's been going to for years to perform dark rites, apparently. What about dark lefts? Well, the kind of people who go in for that sort of thing, I mean... I'm curious, after recent tech issues that you and DK were having, what were the causes? In my case, I'm not wearing headphones. So, yeah, when you're streaming, you have, or really doing any sort of audio production, you have what's called a monitor. That is what tells the performer or the people in charge of the sound, like in the case of a concert, it plays what the audience is hearing through some sort of speakers, whether they be, studio monitors or usually headphones. Because right now, there are speakers playing the music for this game in the room that I'm in. The sound waves bounce off of different objects, the couch, myself, walls, whatever. And depending on the sensitivity levels of the microphone picks that up. So what you hear when the microphone picks up the monitor audio is you hear a doubling effect. You hear not only the game being streamed through OBS and output through OBS directly, you also hear the game hitting my microphone. Well, because sound, like anything else, takes time to travel a distance, it takes a fraction of a second to travel between my speaker and the microphone. Meanwhile, the game is being streamed directly to you. There's no delay. So you get an echo effect. It sounds like the same audio you just heard, you're hearing a fraction of a second later. So it makes it sound kind of unpleasant. That's the technical explanation of it. The simplest solution would just be for me to wear headphones, but I'm trying to get away from that. I'd rather be able to stream without wearing the headphones. They're comfortable enough. They sound fantastic, and they eliminate this problem entirely. But it's just a personal preference. I like not having them on, because then I can hear my environment. You know, if something's going on outside, you know, that needs my attention, or my phone goes off, for example, somebody needs me for whatever reason, I'll be able to hear those things. In DK's case, he was having trouble with the networking side of streaming, getting his OBS to send the stream information to the correct channel. I believe at first he was trying to send it to YouTube unknowingly, and then once he saw that and realized it and asked if he needed to change that, and we said yes, that has to be set to Twitch. He changed that, and I think he had one other error that he had to fix, but I never got an answer from him on what it was. But he was getting a 404 error, which means something is unable to find its target. You get a 404 error if you try to pull up a website and you spelled the website name incorrectly. You'll get a 404 most likely, unless there's a website at the exact spelling of what you typed in. Doesn't always happen, but there are, at any given moment with streaming, 100 different things that could be going wrong. It's a lot of work. It really is. I never understood how much work it was until I started doing it myself. And I really appreciate seeing a good stream, one that's well dialed in and just seems to work correct the whole time. I appreciate it because I understand just how much work that can be. I mean, I spent the better part of probably 3 or 4 days just trying to get my audio to sound right. No reflection. Assuming that's a mirror. Oh wait, no, that's a window, because I can see the stairs through it. Never mind. This building is used for big events, but there's been nothing much going on lately. So when you start streaming, give yourself some slack. Don't be hard on yourself when things aren't working out 100% correctly, because there will be times that things aren't quite as they should be. But you gotta have a little grace for yourself. We don't need anything here. Because it's easy to be overly critical of yourself, even when you really shouldn't be. There was a real hullabaloo at the castle before because Prince Charmos had gone missing. Sounds like they found him now, though. He's probably hoping to get away while everyone was in such a fluster looking for him. But the Chancellor was quick off the mark for once. He had the exit sealed so he couldn't escape. This guy sounds like a little bit of a troublemaker. It's always the tech issues that cause the uncertainties at beginnings, for sure. Once you get things dialed in, it usually runs pretty smoothly. But sometimes things are just out of your hands. For example, my Twitch alerts yesterday were about 50-50 on whether or not they would work correctly. I got 2 raids. One of them didn't alert me. It just showed the text from the raid alert, but it didn't play the video. It didn't play the audio. Well, it didn't play the video file, which has the audio built into it. I got a second raid later on. Worked fine. I had 3 people follow me yesterday. One of them, it showed the text that somebody had followed on OBS, but it didn't actually, and There's a box where the video should have been, didn't play. So that's out of my hands. I've done my part in uploading and setting the programming on the Twitch side of things for when I want those alerts to go off and how. I've done my part, and it usually works. But yesterday, it just wasn't working very good. And I have literally no idea why. When we have the bazaar, people come here from all over the world to sell their things. The town square gets jam-packed. I heard the news about Abbot Francisco at Mayella Abbey being assassinated. What kind of person would kill a man of the faith like that? A real scoundrel. Wow, so there's a magic mirror in Argonia that dispels darkness? You certainly know your stuff. Still, the royal family employs several magicians, so I suppose it stands to reason that there'd be a lot of magical things here. Excuse me. What's up here? My master is Chancellor to the King, and he's an extremely important man. I bet he keeps a mini medal in one of these. No, just cheese. It's just the door to the outside. Yep, door to the outside. See, I'm still learning about this whole Twitch thing and how it all works. There's a lot to it. My only son, Lorenzo, is off on a world tour at the moment. It's good to let your children go off and broaden their horizons while they're young. I have high hopes for him being a very important man in the future. Let's see, it's the diary of the mansion's owner. Lorenzo is telling everyone he wants to set out on a journey to broaden his horizons. It's painfully obvious that it's just a convenient excuse to get out of his duties at the castle. Then again, he says he plans to stop by Alexandria to see his fiancée, so how could I say no? It remains my fervent hope that his association with Jessica will knock some sense into that thick skull of his. Yeah, if not for that, Jessica certainly would. She'd probably enjoy it, too. Okay. Nothing to do up here. Kind of makes me wonder why you're able to... why they put doors into just places that have nothing going on in them. It's a little unusual in a game.
Stop it! Don't open that door!
Sorry, I already opened it. What do we do? Do we go back in? It's too late now. Welcome in, Zanaga. Or should I say Wesker? I rather enjoy those alerts. I'm thinking of moving my stream into the spare bedroom. So when I do that, I'll probably go back to using headphones. I don't know if I'll use my headset. It does sound really good, but they are over the ear and they're quite, not heavy, but I don't know, I'll probably reuse those just because I have them. It will eliminate any sort of echoes too, so. But I've enjoyed not having anything attached. Good lord. Okay, welcome in, Raiders. Welcome in, Zyber. It's good to see you. If you got self-care to take care of, or you gotta go check on the kiddo, totally understand. But if you're new around here, I'm Spooky, iGoops, whatever you want to call me. That alert was much louder for me than it is for you guys. So it's kind of fun, gets my heart going, like, yeah, gotta run, dogs. But anyway, we're doing an RPG A to Z. We play one RPG for each letter of the alphabet. We're currently on D, playing Dragonquest VIII. Up next will be Earthbound sometime next month. If you want to see what we got going on in the future, just look down below or in the About section, and it will, there's a box called RPG List. And we've got the next few years planned out. So feel free to take a look, and if something on there's of appeal to you, maybe consider a follow. If not, just appreciate you being here all the same. So thanks for bringing your people here there, Zyber. Appreciate you. Oh yeah, I never mentioned anything about the new cut. Looking suave. Well, thank you, sir. You're the second person to compliment me on that, so maybe I should just keep it short, you know? And I got in a bit of a tussle with the trimmers last night, and it got the best of my beard, so figured no sense in leaving half of it on there. You know, I may as well take the rest of it out. But good to see you guys. How was Jammer Lammy? I was actually lurking over there for a bit. Got back from church and saw you were streaming. So I heard you were discussing, was it triple buffering and how rhythm games were meant to be played on CRTs? I beat the main game and then played the Parappa mode for a bit. Nice. Food time now. Excellent. Get yourself some grub, man. We'll be here. So, welcome in everybody else. Hope you enjoyed Zyber's stream. Let me get you a shout out just in case anyone in here doesn't know who Zyber is. If you want to hear someone talk about the technical side of streaming even more, certainly more than I have, go check Zyber out sometime. You know, if you ever have questions on how he has things set up, you know, he's always just willing to share what he's got going on and what works for him, and it's very cool to see. I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot hanging out with him in his streams, and answer some of my questions and helps point me in the right direction or let me know I'm looking in the totally wrong direction at times. So I really appreciate him. But he's a good dude. He's also handsome as hell. I mean, he's not on camera very often, but catch him on camera sometime, you're in for a treat. Do you know why Prince Charmles and Princess Medea were engaged before they were born? No, I don't. Well, it's a bit of a long story, but I'm sure you won't mind. Shall I start now? Sure. I am a Dreamcast. You're certainly dreamy. Yeah, most of the time if you show up, you're going to see he's got one of those VTuber type things of a Dreamcast. It's pretty great. In fact, it was weird when I popped in there the other day and you were actually on camera. I was like, who the hell is this guy? Like, this guy doesn't look like a talking Dreamcast. Who are you and what have you done with Zyber? Wonderful. Now listen carefully. The link between the prince and the princess goes all the way back to their grandparents' days. You see, they lost a bet. Long, long ago, Prince Charmles' grandfather hid his identity and set off on a world tour. During his travels, he went to the kingdom of Trodain and fell in love with the princess. But but Argonia and Trudane were on very bad terms at the time. He wanted to marry her, but he never got his wish because both of their families opposed the match. They had no choice but to part, promising each other that one day their children would marry in their place. Sadly, they both only had boys, so they died without seeing their promise fulfilled. But then his son, King Clavius, decided that he wanted to make his father's wish come true. So he approached the King of Trudane and asked that their children be married if a boy and a girl were born to them.
Vector Spectre just redeemed character request. Lugnut.
I'll give you some lug nuts. Welcome in, Vector. Unfortunately, this is a game where you can't choose the characters. So, didn't expect that. Didn't expect what? Oh, my reply. You can have these lug nuts. Let's see. How you doing today there? Been a minute. The soundbite is new. No, it should be, the select your character. Yeah, I changed that up. I used three audio bits from Street Fighter Alpha 3. There's a equal chance you'll get whichever one, it just picks at random, whichever one you'll get. And they're all from the character select screen. Felt pretty appropriate.
Stop it! Don't open that door!
There's a bunch of Resident Evil stuff in there too. More to come when I get some time and do a few things. I'm considering turning the sensitivity of my microphone really far down and seeing if that helps prevent it from picking up anything but my voice, and then using the compressor to compensate for the gain. I think it'll work, but it's something I'll test off stream. So that would be the way to do it. I think so, because if you notice Yusuf, he always talks right into the microphone, you know? So I'm thinking that's his way of keeping the bubble, for lack of a better term, around the microphone as small as possible. He's got a mic that's made for that? Okay. So it just might be the SM58 that he uses. I could see that. I'm using an SM7 Plus, so. Proximity effect is good, but noise gate is what you want to use to fix what you're describing. Well, if you have a moment, or is this something we might do off stream? I've got a noise gate set up. If you're on Discord, I could send you my settings to review and maybe let me know what you think. You're supposed to actually touch the SM58 with your lips. I hate mics like that. Yeah, it's too close for me. You know, if I want my mouth to be around something, I better be getting paid for it, you know? So unsanitary, exactly. Especially if you're sharing a mic with somebody, like his group streams. Every time I see, you know, it's like, dude, you gotta turn that sensitivity up on that thing. Like, otherwise you're all gonna leave sick. Yeah, Zyber, if you wouldn't mind reviewing my noise gate settings, or Vector, if it's something you're experienced with too, I'd appreciate it. If not, no worries, I can play with it off stream. That sounds wrong, please don't clip that. Yeah, just PM me later or ask Vector, he's equally as qualified. Okay, appreciate that. I did something with the timing yesterday and it seemed to help. The timing settings, but I don't know if it's quite right. So if noise gate is where we're supposed to be doing these things, then I will focus my efforts there. I'm for hire. All right, man. Glad to know. King Trode agreed to the idea. Sometime later, King Clavius fathered a son, Prince Charmles, while Princess Medea was born to King Trode. So by getting married, they'll be fulfilling their grandparents' wish at last. Sorry to go on a bit, but isn't that a lovely story? It's kind of cool. Why are you telling me that in an inn? It seems Perhaps not the place to do that, lady. Or maybe you just have nothing better to do, I guess. Got some gold coins. Okay, apparently we're robbing the hotel. I was about to say, I kind of wish RPGs would just, you know, when you're going around looting places when people are occupied, I wish they would just say, hey, knock it off. But then I realize some RPGs do that, like Fallout. Try and steal from people, and they don't take too kindly to you doing that. Aren't you a little bit early for the bazaar? Oh, you're not a peddler? Oh, you just look like one. I had you pegged as the type to come and set up camp here for the duration. Don't know whether to feel offended or to let that one go. Yeah, you look like you're a junk peddler. Better a junk peddler than a junk piddler, I guess. Is this a stairwell as well? Yes, okay. It's a set of Wayfarer's clothes? Wow. Those are about 10 years back. Not necessary anymore. So these stairs kind of lead me to think they put the stairs in the wrong place. Because you have a main staircase there, then you have a small landing, and then a small set of stairs. The hallway is right here. Wouldn't it have made more sense to put the stairwell right where Fred is standing? And just run the stairs straight down the middle of the room? So, I mean, because think about it. It's going to make moving furniture up there that much harder. Meanwhile, if you just had the stairs straight up there... Maybe I'm thinking a little too much into it. Let's see. I'm actually editing audio right now, so I'll be lurking. All right, Vector, appreciate you. Enjoy your editing. Test of character and exploration opportunities. Not sure I follow, Dynastic. Oh, the RPG thing about looting different places? Is that what you're talking about? If so, I tend to be a scoundrel in most games. I go around looting every bit I can. In real life, I certainly wouldn't do that. Unless you got tacos. If you got tacos, I'm going to be looting your taco trays. A royal mirror? I wouldn't know about something like that. You should go and ask at the castle. Well, okay. Ooh, barrels. A barrel. Another mini medal. Oh, a feathered cap. Ooh, wait a minute. Do I already have a feathered cap? Yes. Looting and making dialogue choices. I gotcha. You know what, though? We got some seeds. Should probably use seeds of defense. Use that on Jessica. Seed of defense. Again, use it on Jessica. She's the softest one in the party. Permanently increases the strength of a single ally. Well, she's about to get a whip. She's basically going to be our damage dealer for a while. Let's see. Seed of agility. Who should we use that on? Be right back. All right, Dynastic. We'll be here. Let's use this on Angelo. Seems though he's our healer. I want him to be as fast as possible in case I need a heal. So we were looking for a feathered cap. Oh, I've already got one. Okay. No big deal then. Ooh, we got some new weapons here. Let's see, a battle axe is not as good as the scythe that I'm using, I don't think. A large axe, specially designed for combat. Let's see, a large lance. I don't plan on using spears with Fred. They'll be mainly swords and boomerangs. Silver mail, ooh. Wow. That's some good armor. Expensive though. Take Fred up to 131, so that's an extra 26. And it reduces damage from enemy spells by 20 points. Yeah, that might be useful. We'd have to come back though. I could buy one set. Or magic vestment. An enchanted garment that reduces damage from spells by 2/3. That'd be great for Jessica. Gives her an extra 16. I think Angelo might be better served with silver mail though. Light shield. Not really worth the trouble. For a silver tiara. Extra 4 points of defense. 1,400 though? Actually, that's arguably a better deal than... Well, no, it's about on par with the magic vestment. Actually, the magic vestment is a better value for the amount of defense you get. Either way, I don't have a whole lot of money, so... We'll come back. Actually, I'll just look in the book here. Silver mail and magic vestment. Let's see, armor here. We're gonna get better armor as soon as we get to the casino, but I don't know when we're gonna get back into the casino. I would hope soon, but... Angelo should be able to get the posh waistcoat here soon. Which is a defense of 48. It's almost as good as the silver mail, but it's also free. So we could get a silver mail for Fred if we wanted. Ah, here we go. Magic vestment. Okay, we're gonna find a magic vestment here somewhere in Arcadia. So I'm thinking Fred, we should buy a silver mail for him. Oh, it's nighttime. I better go into the menu so it doesn't keep going there. Let's see. Yeah, we could buy silver mail for Fred. And what was the silver tiara, I believe? We can find one of those in the Arcadia region somewhere. So we don't need to buy that either. Although we could have made one already. Because she has the coral hairpin equipped currently. We could have used a silver platter. But no worries. Alright, so silver mail for Fred. Bet you thought I'd be shut in the evening, eh? But I can't get enough of the old wheeling and dealing. So let's see the color of your money then. Yep, we'll buy one for Fred. But we're going to put it in the bag for now. And everything else we should find elsewhere. Silver mail, transfer that on to Fred. Replace his bronze armor. Let's see. I do like finding these treasures of just money. It's like somebody put all their coins in a vase. I can hardly keep the smile off my face during the bazaar. The place gets packed and my sales go through the roof. Haha. Nice. Found an iron axe. I already have one of those. But I'll take another one. We could probably use it in the alchemy pot. Alright, well that's everybody, I think. I believe I've talked to everyone in the town. Let's go talk to the guards at the castle. What do they have to say? This is the entrance to Argonia Castle. You can only go inside during the daytime. When Prince Charmles caused all that fuss, the doors had to be kept locked night and day. But that's all over now, so if you come back in the morning, I can let you in.
Stop it! Don't open that door!
Good timing, Derp Sonic. Welcome in, dude. How you doing? Members of the public can only go in and out of the castle during the daytime. You'll have to come back tomorrow. I've returned! Welcome back, Dynastic. You know, maybe I should, Ooh, I have an idea. Are y'all familiar with the song, Back in the Saddle by Aerosmith?
Well, it seems I made you worry, but don't. Maybe I have been a nervous wreck since all of these strange things started happening. Well, I think I'll go out and get some fresh air for a change. I told you, don't worry. I'll just go and get some fresh air and be eaten by a monster.
So, if you're familiar with the song Back in the Saddle by Aerosmith, there's a line, a vocal bit Steven Tyler sings in the beginning of the song. The music kind of builds up, and then he just screams, "I'm back!" I think it'd be funny to do for a BRB return. Just something in my head now. So, thanks, Dynastic. I've returned. Who is this? What happened to ZZ Topbeard? Oh gosh, dude, ZZ Topbeard's long gone. However, if you wanna see my beard in its full glory, I'm like, wait a minute, why is my stream up? Because Zyber raided us. Check out the VOD storage. There's the YouTube link. And there's a video on there called "What Do You Do with a Wizard Beard?" I think you'd appreciate it. Back in 2019, I had a beard. I started growing it in 2017. Grew it for, what was it? 22 months, I think? And it was so long I could grab the bottom of it with my fist and then line up my next hand at the bottom of, and then just keep doing that 3 times, and I still had like 2 inches hanging out of my beard. My beard was almost down to my belly button. It was properly epic after not even 2 full years. I cut it off because it was August. Is it daytime now, or? I guess it's daytime. The sky didn't change color much, so. The royal family of Argonia are very approachable, but that doesn't mean they'll grant every favor they're asked. But if they were in your debt somehow, then I'm sure they would try to grant even the most demanding of wishes. Well, I sure hope they will. Dang, you could store things in there. Truly. The only reasons I cut it were because it was getting hot. I mean, like I said, it was August when I finally cut it off. But also because when you have that much hair, you go through a lot of shampoo. It gets kind of expensive. So just from a frugality point, when you're trying to run a racing program, things like, spending that much money on shampoo every month, it's like, how about just shave the beard and that bottle of shampoo will last you 6 months? Instead of, like 1.5. There were a lot of messengers coming from Trodain before the royal engagement was announced. But lately there haven't been any at all. I don't know why they've stopped coming, but I have a bad feeling about this. Well, with Trodain being so far away across the ocean, it's not easy to make contact with them over there all that quickly. I'm sure riding a roller coaster had its challenges. Well, like I said, I did racing, and part of that, you wear a helmet. Trying to get a helmet on over all that beard, not only, it also kind of looks silly. You got this, big brain bucket here, and then you have 10 inches of beard hanging out the bottom of it. I'm sure it looked rather comical. Have you heard? Seems Prince Charmles was so scared of doing the initiation that he hid himself in a barrel. Ridiculous, isn't it? I bet the wedding would be off if the Princess of Trodain ever got wind of it. Oh yeah, that was meant to be a secret. Don't tell anyone, okay? Fine. That looks like somewhere to go later. Talk to these guys first. Sorry, a friend of mine's texting me from work. I don't get to talk to her very often. So, I can't believe I let that no-good jester escape. I've got a feeling I'm going to regret that blunder for many a day. Well, I won't let him go when I see him next time. Not that I particularly want to see him again, of course. I was sure my number was up at the time. Actually, a very strange jester was here at the castle the other day. He sort of appeared out of nowhere. No one really paid him that much attention, what with all the fuss Prince Charmles was making at the time. But it's quite a big thing that he was here, isn't it? It's my job to keep the castle safe, so I feel bad I wasn't more on the ball. Eesh. Yeah, I couldn't tell you last time I was on a roller coaster. It has been a while. Maybe in Vegas at one time? Actually, I think that was the last time I was on a roller coaster. It was in Las Vegas in 2014? A magic mirror? No, I've never heard of anything like that. If you want to know about magic, you should probably ask one of the royal magicians. They'll probably know what it is you're talking about. Thank you. I'm supposed to be a maid, but until the other day, all I was doing was looking for Prince Charmles. I thought it was a bit of a waste of time looking for him when he was probably long gone, but he was actually inside the castle all along. Vegas, that coaster on the roof of a building? Not the one at, what was that, at Paris? I think. No, this is the one that's at New York, New York. It starts on the second floor of the building, and it kind of goes around the perimeter of it. I've never ridden the one, I forgot there even was one on top of a building. I've never ridden that one. Things like that don't really bother me though. I'm not saying I'm fearless, but when you're strapped in the way you are on things like that, it doesn't really bother me that much. Although I've ridden some sketchy carnival rides before. Superintendent Prince Charmels. Yeah. Can you believe that they finally found Prince Charmels hidden in a barrel of all things? See, guys, this is why every time I come across a barrel in this game, I smash it open. Never know what you're gonna find in there. Might be a mini medal, might be an herb to heal yourself with, it might be a prince. Johnny. Can't say I follow you on that one. You must be braver than we thought to endure so many days stuck in a tiny space like that. Yeah, that's what it was. Bravery. Yep. Johnny was in a barrel. Oh, MGS4. Okay. If you'd said Johnny Sasaki, I would have... Rock salt. Finally found a rock salt. If you'd said Johnny Sasaki, I would have known what you were talking about. Didn't I? No, I was going to say, didn't I come through that door? But it's this one over here. Okay, is this the main entrance? I wonder if it would have been, the other door would have been locked. Yep. This is the entrance to Argonia Castle. You can go in and out of the castle whenever you want. Now, Prince Charmels has been found at last, so the doors are open now. The door that I came through wasn't attended. So it makes me wonder if it would have been locked at night. Because that door, those guards were sitting in front of it, wouldn't let me through. Let's see, Argonia Castle opens its doors to everyone, but please make sure you behave properly when inside the castle walls. So I have a question for you guys. I had lunch today with some folks from church, and I ordered chicken, bacon, macaroni. It's pasta, cheese, breadcrumbs, chicken, and bacon. 3 out of those 5 ingredients are in the name of the dish. Chicken, bacon, macaroni. I got a plate of macaroni. Well, macaroni and cheese. It was good. But it took me about 5 or 6 bites of it all to realize I hadn't seen any chicken. CBM, yes sir. It was good. It was good. But good macaroni, good sauce. The breadcrumbs are a nice texture, nice and crispy. But I got to thinking, where's the chicken? And then it kind of hit me. I don't think I've seen any bacon either. So my question to you guys is, perhaps you've worked in food service before. I did for a single day, but it was on the cash register. I didn't do any of the cooking or anything. I may have done some of the fries. But anyway, not an industry I'm terribly familiar with. But how do you screw up the ingredients of a dish when the ingredients are literally in the name? You know? Yes, I'd like some chicken bacon macaroni, please. So my friend that was with me for lunch, he called over the waitress at a certain point. He's like, and he asks her, he says, what did we order for the mac and cheese? Because I thought perhaps I'd ordered, maybe I ordered just regular macaroni. I don't know, I was a little tired. Maybe I didn't get the right thing. Well, she says, it was a chicken bacon macaroni. Okay. Well, I kind of showed her. I don't think there's any chicken in here. False advertising. No, they just made it wrong, but it just kind of makes me scratch my head a little. Like, how do you forget to put the things inside the dish when the things in the dish are in the name of it? I don't know, maybe she wrote it down wrong. Who knows? I don't follow. My cough worsened. I don't know. I was awake for 18 hours and got some sleep this afternoon to be woken up at 5 by a kid screeching and throwing a tantrum above me. I'm sorry, dude. Hope that gets better for you. I had an incident like that once. What did you order, Dynastic? And how did it go wrong? Could be worse. That Dreamcast VMU I got didn't work. Oh no. Is it something you can fix? Dynasty is here after being away for a bit. Yeah. Yep, he's hanging out. Might have had some other things going on. Well, yeah. Definitely has other things going on. I try not to speak on other people's behalves on what they have going on. But Dynasty, if you want to share the news, feel free. I understand you've been busy and understand why. I only just heard this, but apparently there's some kind of agreement between Trodain and Argonia. They say if a boy and a girl are born in each kingdom, they have to marry. The agreement was made a long time ago, so Prince Charmles and Princess Medea are fulfilling a vow their grandparents made. I wonder what it's like to be engaged from the minute you're born. Do you think they're happy about it? I have my doubts, but maybe. Quiet, Nail. I'm speaking for you. Don't know that one, but okay. It causes the controller to freeze and the VMU. Oh no. Have to reset it? So since I got it at a used game shop, I'm like, is it sold as is? I would hope that the shop would be willing to take it back, especially for what you paid for it. It's 15/16 today. I took the garbage out and smell a hint of charcoal in the air. Nice. That kind of bugs me. I get home, right? Well, I'll preface this by saying I drive a convertible, so if the weather is nice enough to be barbecuing, pretty good chance I've got the top down. And when you have the top down in a car, you smell things. When you're driving in a closed car, or in my case, if I have the roof up, you don't smell things. But when you're driving a convertible top down, you smell things. Barbecues, landfills, animals sometimes. Whoever smelt it, dealt it spooky. Well, I've dealt it a lot then. But you tend to smell a lot of things in a convertible. But anyway, sometimes I don't have the top down, and I'll get out of the car and go to check the mail a couple houses down. We have a community mailbox, and that's when it hits you. It's like, oh, somebody's grilling, and they're not going to share with me. So, yeah. You have my sympathy for smelling charcoal, bud, because they're probably not going to share with you either. So, I liked the transparent blue, so I took it apart, did a transplant from a good VMU, and put the dead logic board back in the plain white one. Hey, there you go. That's why I was asking if you could fix it. It was years ago at an online temporary kitchen thing at Buca de Beppo. Ooh. It was one of those temporary foods by Mr. Beast. I ordered a grilled cheese sandwich and instead I got cheese bread. I think I remember you telling that story on Allie's chat one time. Yeah, I seem to recall you telling that story before. Well, that's no good. Now, considering it was Buca de Beppo, was your grilled cheese about the size of like a large, extra large pizza? 'Cause every time we've ever eaten at Buca, the portions are just absolutely ridiculous. They're meant to be a family size, I get it. But it was years ago at oh, wait a minute, I already read that. That used to be here all year round. People would put their barbecues in the garage over their car. But peoples have shifted, so not so much the case anymore. Gotcha. Now I wonder if I should tell them and see if I can get like a partial refund and give them back the failed BMU in the plain white one. You could. I mean, that it might not be a bad idea. You know, I'm surprised they don't test these things. As to your earlier comment, my uncle visited and we went to a place where he ordered lobster mac and cheese and all he got was mac and cheese. No. Lobster mac and cheese sounds interesting though. I would try that. I got a free entree along with my correct order. Good. Or should I just accept it as a sold as is? Well, maybe read the receipt. If it says that, you know, these things happen, well, maybe you're SOL. But if it says that, you know, these things are guaranteed to work for 14 days or whatever, then maybe give them a call. Depends also how far you had to drive to get it taken care of. Yeah, if it's a long drive, it's like, is it really worth the trouble? But check your receipt. I think we already talked to this man. Yeah, we did. And let's go upstairs and see what's up here. This place is kind of huge. King Clavius' throne room is just inside. Make sure you're on your best behavior and you don't do anything to disturb His Highness. 10-4, good buddy. Well, that would likely be our destination. So let's go check upstairs. And this is why games take me 500 hours to play through. Also why I would never play an Elder Scrolls game. I would never finish. Both King Clavius and his older brother Eltrio completed the initiation with no fear whatsoever. But Prince Charles is such a coward, whining on about how lizards are so scary and frightening, he should be ashamed of himself. On the plus side, the controller works perfectly. Good. Glad to hear that. Or Fallout, yeah. Yeah, any Bethesda game, not happening for me. You guys would be watching me stream that until 2030, probably 2038 or so, before we'd finish even one of them. This is the chamber of the late queen. Ever since his wife died, King Clavius has been easier than ever on Prince Charles. FF10 is best because you're led by the nose the whole game. For you, yeah. Even that one, dude. Has that monster arena. You know how much time I spent on that? Trying to take out all the monster hunts? All of the hours. I wouldn't be surprised if I put 200 hours into FF10. A Seed of Strength. I won't give that to Jessica because she is to be our main damage dealer here before long. And I think I already have an Iron Axe on Yangus. Yep, I do. Wait a minute. That's the bronze armor? Yep. This is a big door. What's through here? Let's see. FF13 is best. So linear. You know, what I've seen of FF13, it actually looks like a pretty good game. I know a lot of people complain about it. I put 200 hours into Blitzball alone. 200 plus. Wow. I hated Blitzball. It upset me so much. It's like a dungeon down here. What's going on in this place? Yep, it's locked. Yep, some treasures. I wonder when we get the key to open these, because there was a room like this in Trodain. There's a room in Red's house. I think Ascantha had one as well. Must be some good stuff in those treasures. Final Hallway 13, 40-hour tutorial. I enjoyed FF13, okay for what it was. You know, I watched Kenilworth play it for a while. And it, like I said, it looks like a really well-made game. And perhaps the linearity of it would be good for me. Every time I look up a voice actor, their credits always tend to have FF13 Cocoon Inhabitant. So they had a ton of variety in voice acting. FF10 too is best because J-pop. You know, I have the FF10 10.2 remaster on PS3. I didn't have a PS4 when it came out, but I think I got it on sale. If I remember right. It seemed like one of those things, you know, maybe I'd like to play it again someday. Even though I have it on PS2 still. I like the idea. Although the PS4 version, if I recall, had better music. It had something over the PS3 version. It's been a while. It also has Brother. Oh, the song. If you just did story, you could easily beat 10.2 in a single stream. Really? Doesn't it just come with FF10 nowadays? I don't know. It did with the remaster. So probably. I'm guessing if you buy it on Steam or one of the digital console marketplaces, they probably come as a bundle. The view of the town from the top of the castle is amazing, isn't it? And it gets even better when the bazaar is on. You've never seen so much hustle and bustle. Oops, I'll be in trouble. I was supposed to be making sure Prince Charmels doesn't leave his room. So he's actually going to... He may be cowardly, but he can certainly make a quick getaway when he wants to. He's like a liquid metal slime. It's my job to guard his room and make sure he doesn't escape. Well, don't let me get in the way of that. Oh, that must be his room. What else is going on over here? Brother was also an FF10. He's the all-bed guy with Sid. Can't say I remember much. Bookshelf. It's a magazine called Big Boy Wonderland. That got me off on the wrong idea there for a moment. Their seat doesn't have any useful information. This game shop is just like a little cell phone place. Well, you know, I mean, maybe look up what a typical VMU costs. I mean, you didn't just buy it for a plastic shell. You know, you bought it to be used as a VMU. And if they don't test their equipment and then sell it to a customer, that's no good. Imagine if you fired up like an original Xbox and the hard drive didn't work. It's not a very useful system at that point because they don't have, wait, they did have external memory cards, didn't they? I don't recall. Either way, you know, it's no good if things don't work when you buy them. So, at this point, I would just look up what a typical VMU runs these days. Let's see. It works if you use the batteries, but crashes when trying to use it as a memory card. That's no good. Guess I'll just call and see what happens. Yeah. You know, if they tell you to get stuff, then maybe don't shop there anymore. You know, if they offer to give you a partial refund or something, then, you know, at least they tried. Are you a big boy, Spooky? Not really, no. No, I'm about 130 pounds soaking wet, so... think you're a big boy? There's a secret club out there, and it may be just what you're looking for. We can't reveal the exact location here, but believe us, it's well worth the trip. Oh, $3? Yeah. If you happen to find it, make sure to ask for Puffy. She's dynamite, with a short fuse. Wow. Just lie back and let her work her magic. Believe us, you've never felt a pair like hers before? Alright, y'all, what am I reading here? What is this? What are you talking about, game? Oh yes, snuggling between them is like paradise on earth. You won't want to leave. We're just gonna put that book back on the shelf, walk this way, pretend like we didn't read that, and see what's in this dresser. Ooh, money. Cool. Hey, welcome in, Gengar. How you doing? Nice haircut. You look nice. Of course I do. So, how you doing today? So, yeah, I got in a tussle with the trimmers, and it was late last night, and I was just like, I wonder what this button does, and got me right in the jaw, and like, well, at this point, I may as well shave the rest of the beard. So, yeah, welcome in, folks. Good to see y'all. Welcome in, Shara. How you doing today? We got all sorts of streamers popping up in here today. Let's see. I see you bought a used mint condition system, 2 brand new peripherals, 10 like new used games, 3 DVD box sets, and a memory card. We can give you $3 for it. Yeah. Doing okay, recovering from a hangover from last night's St. Patty's Day shenanigans. Oh, I thought you could handle your alcohol. I don't get hungover. I don't get drunk. Mm-hmm. Sorry to hear the razor brutally attacked the beard. Yeah, you can relate, man. Sometimes that happens. Still looking great, though. Thanks. It's a mild one, actually. Mm-hmm. Got any orange juice? Fun fact, I've never had a hangover. I don't think I've ever had a hangover, but I do distinctly remember waking up drunk one time. Turns out 4 double shots of 151, when you're as small as I am, it's enough to keep you drunk well past the point when you go to sleep and when you wake up. I thought when I woke up, I was like, oh, I feel so much better. Like, wow, that's good. I sat up on the bed. I stood up, immediately just right back on my butt on the bed. I was like, oh, hey, John, I'm going to need to hang out here for a few more hours, bud. I'm like, why? What's wrong? I'm still drunk, dude. So, that was a long time ago, though. Despite going hard on spring breaks while in college. Nice. You got any, like, Gatorade or Pedialyte there, Gengar? You're likely dehydrated. Yeah, that would definitely do it. Then the hangover hits like 3 hours later. I don't remember that day much. But... I say, who are you? I don't believe you're members of the castle staff. How dare you enter the room of a royal prince without permission? Do you not realize who I am? Honestly, what a nerve. I could call the guards in an instant, you know. If you don't want to be manhandled by them, then I suggest you leave immediately. Who are you? Oh, I've seen you before. You're, what's his name? Lucky, on the Lucky Charms box. I knew I've seen this guy before. What are you still doing here? You should leave now before I change my mind and stop treating you so nicely. I'll call the guards. What if you keep pestering him? No, doesn't change what he says. Alright. I'm fine now, thankfully. I've been drinking water and Dr. Pepper, and I ate a burger. There you go. They were busy, so I'm going to call back in 10 minutes. There you go. Wait, did you hear a busy signal? In 2025? You actually got a busy signal? I haven't heard one of those in years. So, it wasn't really an extreme hangover. I've just been tired. It's probably all catching up on you. So. You getting back into streaming a little more there? Make sure I spell that right. Yeah, there we go. Give our very own mod, Mystic Gengar, a shout out. She's a heck of a cool lady. She once went toe to toe with Mike Tyson. Just in case you're wondering why he hasn't been in the ring very much in recent years, you know, she put him in his place. Said, all right, Mike. All right, we're doing this. Just whop. Slap the shit out of him. It was fun to watch. Let's see. No, I lead with, are you free to have a discussion? There you go. I wouldn't overthink it there, Derf Sonic. Call any government or civil service number, Spooky. You'll get it. Fair enough. Yeah, I streamed yesterday. I did see that. I was in there for a little bit. Let's see. Where are we at here? If you ever want to see somebody that plays quite the variety of games all week long, check out I have to wait 54 seconds? Come on. Fine. We'll get to that in a moment, but our friend Shara there, heck of a dude. A lot of fun just to banter with. I pop in there just to shoot the shit a lot of the time, so. I might do a Violet stream tonight, but I'm not sure yet. I'm still tired. Is that, what system is that on? I don't think, I mean, it's a Pokemon game, I could tell, but was that on Switch? It looked pretty good. That's Prince Charmel's room there. I can't help but worry that he might try to run off again. Yes, it came out in 2021. Okay. Pokemon LOL, I might still need to buy the extended version too. A Nintendo system, yeah. But if you try to watch over him all the time, he moans and bawls like you wouldn't believe. This job will be the death of me. Not if you, poison the prince. I mean, what? Oh, okay. Looks like we already got a... Seems like it did that shout out automatically. Cool. Oh, okay. Never mind, you did that. I was wondering. It doesn't say you did it, but thank you. Appreciate that. I still find it kind of absolutely bizarre that as the streamer running your own stream, that you're limited on how often you can shout people out? It's like, come on. This doesn't make any sense. Like, the mods literally have more power than I do. Why? Doesn't make any sense. It was magic. Or it was just CC telling Twitch, all right, you're gonna work, or else. And it was like, oh, it's CC's talking. We better listen. This castle is huge. Might go to a convention next weekend, but I'm not sure. Sounds interesting. I've never been to a con of any sort. I've been to like car meets a lot, but never been to a convention. My Jigglypuff cosplay hasn't come in the mail yet, and I'm still waiting on my boots. Are those related? Let's see. The locked room in the corner houses Argonia's royal treasures. A little while back, a jester came along and broke in. He didn't take anything, which was a relief, but he did manage to get away. What was he looking for, I wonder? I doubt I'd have kept my job if he got hold of any treasure. The magic mirror? Yes, I'm sure that was still there. Nothing was taken, like I said. I wonder why on earth that jester bothered to break in if he didn't want to take anything. He could have easily got away with it. He could have taken his pick, in fact. It's all very odd. Man, my stream is buffering a lot now. Uh-oh. Let me check something on my end. Oh, yep, I'm dropping frames a little bit. No, that's not just you. That's me. Let's see. I'll be back in about 3 minutes. Appreciate your patience. All right, let me know when we're back. Looks like OBS is still trying to reconnect. Hey, looks like we're live again, but... oh, come on.